Hello, good afternoon. It is 2 p.m., 2:12 p.m. in the East Coast here, and we will be talking about K3, K1, I-130 petition, which way to go, which is the fastest way to go. Um, my name is Bijoux Ngwanda. For those who do not know me, immigration lawyer here based in DC, family lawyer in DC as well. Before we get into the video, please go ahead and subscribe, share, like, and don't forget to comment below. Again, please go ahead and subscribe, share, like, and follow me, please, on those platforms so that we can grow. Okay. What is the best way to go? If we have somebody who actually either want to get married, they already have a fiance and they want to get married, or they got married and they're trying to file I-130 and they think it's going to take too much time, maybe they should go ahead and file for K3. Which way to go? So let me start first with K1, right? K1, what is it? Because everything has different requirements, so we can't just mix it and just go like, oh, I'm gonna do K1 and then do K3 and then no. You just have to know which one has which requirements, and if you met those requirements, you go with the one that you actually meet the requirements. Let me share my screen so we can start with K1 because that's the fiance visa. That's where the things start when it comes to this marriage thing. Some people just got married without getting into the fiance process. It just depend on everybody culture. Okay, let me share my screen and then we can go ahead and discuss it. Share my screen. Okay, so fiance visa, that's what it's called, K1. Who's qualified? If we go here, you might be eligible to bring your fiance to the United States on a fiance visa if you meet the following requirement. You are a U.S. citizen. You and your fiance intend to marry one another within 90 days of admission to the United States on a K non-immigrant visa. You and your fiance are both legally free to marry. This means that means you both are legally able to marry in the United States, and any previous marriage has been legally terminated by divorce. Okay, and my friend, if you're here and you really want to get a divorce so you can get engaged to somebody else and you're a DC resident, please do not forget to call my office because I'm working with DC residents only, practicing family law, 202-751-2180. So then we can get you into the spot, right? Because that's how it works. You can't be married and then try to get a fiance outside of this marriage that hasn't been terminated. So the marriage has to be legally terminated by divorce, death, or annulment. Okay. You and your fiance met each other in person at least once within 2 years period prior to filing. You see those requirements, but this one, they say you might request a waiver of this in-person meeting requirement if you can show that the meeting in person will violate strict and long-established custom of your fiance, foreign culture, or social practice, or result in extreme hardship to you, to the U.S. citizen petitioner. So the meeting in person, really, you can waive it if you couldn't travel and the traveling will have created extreme hardship to you, the U.S. citizen, you can waive it. Or if it's really a violation, strict violation of your fiance, foreign culture, or social practice to just go there before you actually marry the person. So that's how you can waive that 2 years requirement. Okay, must have at least met each other in person at least once within 2 years, but we can waive that 2 years if you qualify for either this one or this one. So this is for K1. So when somebody's asking, should I do K1 or should I do K3? The answer is, are you married to that person? If you're not married to that person, then first either you have to become fiance, then you go with K1. And then once the person gets here, then you file I-130. And at that point, once I-130 is taking too long, you try to expedite it. But let's say you marry the person outside of the US, you travel there not to just get engaged there. That's the fiance process, the engagement. But you went there to actually get married and you have your marriage certificate to prove it. Which way should you go? So this is how you go with this K3. So K3, K4 non-immigrant visa. If you're a US citizen and you file for a Form I-130 petition for alien relative for your foreign spouse with abroad, you can also file a Form I-29 petition for alien fiance. This is the first step for your spouse and his or her children to obtain a visa to come to the United States while you wait for USCIS to make a decision on the Form I-130. So basically the way it works is this, okay? You got married to your spouse outside of the US and you came back and you filed I-130. When you came back, you filed I-130, and we know I-130 takes forever. So now you want your fiance to, your wife to actually get here before the I-130 has adjudicated. So what should you do? Well, you try with I-129F so that you can get the fiance, it's called petition for alien fiance, but in this case, it's not really a fiance. You want them to come here as a spouse and wait for the USCIS to adjudicate on the Form I-130. That's why the Congress created this K3 to try to resolve this problem of waiting period, right? So now, because USCIS takes less time to adjudicate the Form I-130, current need is now that USCIS is taking less time to adjudicate, people don't really need K3 and K4. So, but let's test this this sentence, because we really want to know if it's better to just go with K3 once you already filed a I-130. So let's test it. Sometimes it is going to be better if where you're filing I-130 is taking too long, right? So first of all, let's go for eligibility. Then we're going to test that sentence and see if what they're telling us here, if it is true. Okay, can't really talk today, Sunday. Anyway, so who's eligible for K3? If you are a U.S. citizen, your foreign spouse may be eligible for a K3 visa if he or she is married to you, is the beneficiary of a Form I-130 petition for alien relative that you filed for him or her, and seeks to enter the United States to wait USCIS decision on the Form I-130. Okay? And then a child of your foreign spouse may be eligible for K4 visa if or she under the age of 21, unmarried, and the child of the K3 visa applicant you file for. So this is how it works. And then you go ahead and you it gives you really the period of time that they're going to wait on that K visa. If you're granted K3 visa, the DHS will admit you for a period of 2 years. You generally cannot change your status in the US to another non-immigrant visa category, because you came because you want to wait so that you can wait for USCIS to adjudicate Form I-130. So you can't really just go ahead and change it. If you are granted a K4 visa, DHS will admit you for 2 years, that's for children of the spouse, or until the day before your 21st birthday, whichever is shorter. Your status will expire when you turn 21 years old. You generally cannot change your status in the United States to a non-immigrant visa category. So, and then you just wait until you get the response. So now the question becomes, are they really telling us that this K3 and K4 is actually shorter, has shorter time period of wait? Let's check I-130. Okay. Processing time. We go here, processing time. Yeah. We're just going to go with one example, processing time of I-130. And then we select one center, Vermont, and let's go for Vermont because most of the time I send to Vermont and sometimes I send to Texas. Let's go with Texas. Okay. Texas processing time. When we go with, U.S. citizens filing for a spouse, parent, or child. Okay. How long it takes? Between 10.5 months to 14 months, right? And right now, they're still working on December 12, 2020. That's where they are. They haven't started 2021 cases. So people who file in 2021, so they have to wait until this whole year is over, right? Before they get some type of answer. So now let's go and check the form I-129F. This one. How long this one takes? We go again to Texas, right? Just because we want to compare to see if what they're telling us is true. Not just if it's true, but if it's worth it to have two applications going on with USCIS and paying all those fees and paying the lawyers too, the fees too, because now they're working two applications for the same spouse. So you look at processing time in Texas. Okay, it says 3.5 to 7 months. So right now they're doing July 4th, 2021. So in conclusion, if you have the money to process two applications, let me stop sharing. In conclusion, if you have the money to process two applications for your spouse, I-130 petition filing pending with USCIS, if you know that's going to take at least 14 months, then the best option too will be to add I-129, because I-129 is going to take between 3.5 months to 7 months. So the fiance, now wife, will come and stay and wait here while USCIS is adjudicating the form I-130. So that's another way to cut short the time. And because of those delays, maybe this is the best option to go with. Have both applications going on at the same time, so that really it's going, and you can file both at the same time too, so that you can just have this like the time you will cut the time in short. Really, that's what they're trying to tell us. I can't really speak today, but anyway, you get the point. If you need a consultation with me, please don't forget to call my office 202-751-2180. Email on display, consultation fees apply, so that we can help you decide. You can decide on your own too, but we can help you apply. Basically, we're gonna look at the processing time at the service center that your application will go. Then we look at the processing time of I-130 and I-129. We compare, and then once we file it, we find out that I-129 has a shorter waiting period. Then you are really advised to file for both petitions at the same time, and hopefully the spouse will get here sooner. Okay? Bijoux Ngwanda here, immigration lawyer and family lawyer in DC metropolitan area. Until next time, bye-bye. Please don't forget to share and subscribe, okay? I'll see you. And don't forget to follow me on those platforms, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, of course. Until next time, bye-bye.